Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. In a statement that has sent tremors through the Scottish football community, JOSÉ Mourinho, the Portuguese tactician known for his candidness and sometimes controversial remarks, has publicly praised Celtic in a way that few expected. Speaking at a press conference, Mourinho didn't just offer a casual compliment. He painted Celtic as a serious contender for the Scottish Premiership title this season, a statement that immediately set tongues wagging across pubs, social media platforms, and fan forums. The former manager of clubs like Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Manchester United, whose words carry weight far beyond the typical pundit, spoke about Celtic's style of play, their disciplined squad, and the sense of unity that he believes other teams in Scotland will struggle to match. While Mourinho is no stranger to praising opponents strategically, the specificity of his praise, highlighting Celtic's tactical flexibility, ability to dominate possession, and resilience in high-pressure matches, suggests more than just surface-level admiration. Fans are already buzzing with speculation about what this could mean for the upcoming fixtures, wondering whether Mourinho sees Celtic as a team capable of outperforming Rangers or other emerging challengers. The comments have sparked a debate not only about Celtic's current form, but also about Mourinho's own motivations for making such a bold statement in public, raising questions that have yet to be answered. Adding to the intrigue, Mourinho's remarks came amid a backdrop of intense scrutiny over his current managerial situation, which only fuels speculation about the timing and intent behind his words. Analysts and journalists alike are poring over the nuances of his statements, dissecting every clause for hints of potential strategic insight or personal bias. There's a subtle suggestion in Mourinho's praise that Celtic's manager has assembled a squad capable of challenging traditional hierarchies within Scottish football, an implication that carries weight because of Mourinho's long history of understanding football psychology and player motivation. The Portuguese coach went further, noting that Celtic's youth integration and the blend of experience and emerging talent might be a blueprint for sustained success, hinting at a potential shift in how the team approaches long-term strategy compared to past seasons. Pundits are already drawing comparisons between Mourinho's observations and historical patterns in Scottish football, speculating whether this is the prelude to a more competitive era where Celtic could dominate not only domestically, but perhaps make waves in European competitions as well. Rumors are circulating that this kind of public endorsement might even influence transfer markets, attracting interest from players who want to be part of a team Mourinho himself recognizes as ambitious. The atmosphere among fans is electric, as online communities debate whether these remarks signal a genuine assessment or a tactical play to unsettle rivals. Meanwhile, social media has erupted with fan reactions, with supporters dissecting every sentence Mourinho delivered. Some interpret his words as validation of Celtic's growing dominance, while others speculate that this could be a subtle attempt to put pressure on Rangers, instigating psychological games even before the fixtures commence. Football forums are flooded with threads comparing current Celtic performances with past seasons, using Mourinho's insights as a lens to measure progress. The coach's mention of tactical versatility has led to animated discussions about formation experiments and player roles, suggesting that Celtic might be quietly building a team not just to win, but to impose a distinct identity on Scottish football. Such comments, coming from someone of Mourinho's stature, carry implications far beyond mere observation, hinting at a recognition that Celtic has both the infrastructure and the managerial acumen to sustain a serious title challenge. Fans are now eager to see if these words translate into on-pitch dominance, and whether Celtic can maintain the momentum required to live up to Mourinho's assessment. The buzz has reached even casual supporters, turning everyday conversations into mini-analysis sessions dissecting each word of praise, and the overall effect is a mix of excitement, expectation, and a hint of anxiety for rival clubs feeling the pressure of heightened scrutiny. Industry insiders are quietly noting that Mourinho's statements might have more layers than initially apparent. Beyond complimenting Celtic, there could be a subtle critique of other teams' preparation, squad depth, or adaptability, suggesting that Mourinho is indirectly highlighting the areas where competitors fall short. This dual-edged narrative is characteristic of Mourinho, whose public observations often carry an undercurrent of strategy, forcing opponents to consider their weaknesses while simultaneously elevating the team in question. There is also speculation that such remarks may influence betting markets, sponsorship interests, and media narratives, demonstrating how a single statement can ripple across multiple facets of football culture. Analysts are revisiting Celtic's recent matches, cross-referencing Mourinho's praise with statistical evidence, tactical setups, and player performances to validate his viewpoint. The conjecture is that Celtic's strong start to the season, combined with Mourinho's validation, could psychologically impact both their own squad and their rivals, creating an intangible advantage even before the next matchday unfolds. In this way, Mourinho's words operate as both recognition and provocation, a hallmark of his career-long ability to shape discourse in football while maintaining a hint of mystery about his true intentions. Furthermore, the historical context adds a layer of fascination to the scenario. Mourinho, who has always demonstrated an acute awareness of football history and legacy, seems to position Celtic not only as a present-day powerhouse, but also as a club whose trajectory may challenge historical expectations. Considering the long-standing rivalry with Rangers and the fluctuating dominance of Scottish clubs in European tournaments, his praise is interpreted as a nod to Celtic's potential to redefine contemporary narratives. The rumor mill is already buzzing with ideas about whether Mourinho could, at some point, become involved with Scottish football in some capacity, either through consultancy, advisory roles, or even speculative future managerial options. Every journalist, blogger, and fan is connecting dots, real or imagined, to try and understand why the world-famous coach chose this moment to laud Celtic, and whether it signals a shift in the perception of Scottish football's competitiveness on the international stage. This speculation amplifies the intrigue, turning what could have been a simple compliment into a multi-layered story that captivates media outlets far beyond Scotland, feeding a global appetite for football drama, personality, and rivalry. Even the players themselves have reportedly reacted to the remarks, though unofficially. Inside sources suggest that Celtic squad members are buoyed by the attention, interpreting Mourinho's praise as a psychological boost that could enhance confidence and morale. Rumors indicate that training sessions have a heightened sense of purpose, with players motivated to prove the coach's words were justified on the pitch. Football insiders hint that such external validation, particularly from a figure with Mourinho's reputation, can translate into tangible performance gains, creating a subtle yet powerful edge over opponents. The conversation is no longer just about tactics, transfers, or historical performance. It now includes a mental component where belief, perception, and public recognition intertwine, potentially shifting momentum in ways statistics alone cannot capture. Fans are already speculating whether Celtic can maintain this elevated form and pressure their rivals consistently, while journalists debate whether Mourinho's recognition may inadvertently add pressure on the club to live up to these lofty expectations. The intrigue is palpable, and the narrative is only beginning to unfold, setting the stage for a season filled with both excitement and uncertainty, as every match could now carry the weight of a legend's endorsement. As whispers continue to swirl around the football community, the potential implications of Mourinho's statements on Celtic extend far beyond what appears on the surface. Fans are speculating whether this public endorsement could influence the mentality of rival squads, particularly Rangers, who now face not just the pressure of competition, but also the shadow of a legendary manager's recognition. Rumors have emerged suggesting that opposing teams are reassessing their strategies, wary of Celtic's apparent psychological edge, and debating whether Mourinho's praise is a calculated move designed to destabilize competitors before a single ball is kicked in earnest this season. The subtle tension created by such remarks cannot be underestimated, as football history shows that when a figure of Mourinho's stature singles out a team, it often leads to ripple effects that extend to tactical shifts, player morale, and even fan engagement. Discussions in sports podcasts and online forums are increasingly fixated on every possible angle, with pundits weighing the significance of his praise against the backdrop of Celtic's recent performances, injury lists, and squad depth. This ongoing buzz has given birth to a speculative atmosphere in which every training session, friendly match, or minor squad adjustment is scrutinized, with observers looking for clues that might validate Mourinho's assertion that Celtic is indeed a title contender. The intrigue has elevated the club's profile in unexpected ways, merging performance speculation with narrative drama. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. In addition to the psychological ripples, Mourinho's remarks have sparked debates about player recruitment and potential transfer strategies. Rumors suggest that Celtic's squad may now attract higher-profile players, drawn by the recognition of one of the most celebrated managers in modern football. Scouts and agents are reportedly taking notes, assessing the club's tactical setup and evaluating whether joining Celtic could enhance a player's career trajectory under the indirect approval of Mourinho. Online football communities are alive with speculation, analyzing every recent Celtic signing and youth promotion as if these moves were deliberate steps in a larger plan that has now been publicly validated. The notion that Mourinho, whose career has spanned multiple top European leagues, sees Celtic as a legitimate title threat has led to playful but serious conjecture about how this might impact negotiations, wages, and player ambition. This layer of analysis suggests that a seemingly simple compliment carries multidimensional consequences, influencing decision-making at both the strategic and personal levels. In a way, Mourinho has inadvertently created a ripple effect in the transfer market and club strategy, where perception and reputation may begin to weigh as heavily as form and fitness, further amplifying the sense of anticipation for the upcoming fixtures. Fans are quick to point out that the power of words, especially from someone like Mourinho, can sometimes shift trajectories more dramatically than any single result on the pitch, making this rumor-laden moment one of the season's most captivating narratives. Meanwhile, journalists are dissecting Mourinho's comments with meticulous attention to detail, searching for any hidden meaning or subtle messaging. Every phrase has been analyzed for tactical insight, psychological manipulation, or potential critique of other managers and clubs. Some insiders suggest that Mourinho's praise might carry an implicit challenge, provoking rivals to rise to the occasion while simultaneously boosting Celtic's confidence. This duality is classic Mourinho, who has historically used public statements to influence perceptions both on and off the pitch. Rumors are circulating that the timing of these comments was intentional, perhaps coinciding with upcoming fixtures to maximize psychological impact, creating tension and excitement before fans even witness a single goal this season. Bloggers, podcasters, and sports columnists are building narratives around every conceivable angle, from tactical setups to historical rivalries, from player morale to media strategy, all tracing back to Mourinho's endorsement. This environment has transformed a straightforward compliment into a complex web of speculation and debate, feeding the hunger of football fans eager for drama and insider insight. The collective focus on Celtic has intensified, turning the club into the epicenter of conversation across media platforms, sports lounges, and social gatherings alike. The resulting buzz has created a unique pre-season atmosphere, blending anticipation, pressure, and excitement in a way that few sporting events manage to achieve. Adding another layer to the unfolding story, rumors have begun to hint at the influence of Mourinho's praise on Celtic's managerial approach. Sources close to the club speculate that the coaching staff may feel emboldened by such high-profile recognition, potentially experimenting with tactics, lineups, or formations that align with the praise, aiming to validate Mourinho's endorsement on the pitch. This has led to an atmosphere in training grounds where every drill and practice game is infused with extra intensity, as players strive to meet the expectations subtly imposed by a world-renowned manager's words. Analysts suggest that the intangible effect of this public recognition can create a feedback loop, where confidence boosts performance, performance draws attention, and attention enhances perception, further cementing Celtic's reputation as a formidable contender. The ripple effect extends beyond the club itself, influencing discussions in betting circles, sports analysis shows, and fan debates, all speculating on whether Mourinho's words will translate into tangible results during the competitive season. Each rumor, speculation, where commentary now becomes part of a broader narrative, blurring the lines between fact and anticipation and adding to the excitement surrounding Celtic's campaign. Fans are captivated by the interplay between praise, expectation, and performance, keen to see if the club can rise to the challenge set by one of football's most iconic figures. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.